All right, we're live, people, on our first Wifey School Wifey Wake Up Morning. So let's see, getting rolling here. Looks like each platform needs their own okay. Let's see. All right. Okay, good. We're going live on Instagram as well. Okay, thanks for that tech moment, everybody. Tara Bachland here with Wifey School and the Wifey Wake Up. And so, good morning, first of all. And I just want to share a little bit of what Wifey School is all about. So, first of all, Wifey School isn't just for those of you who are already wives. It is those of you who are dating, who are in a long-term relationship, and of course, those of you who are wives as well. I speak from, I'm going on, this is my 24th year of marriage, and I say a successful marriage with my husband, John. And these are the things that I wish I had known years and years ago. Years and years. I can't believe I just said that, but it's true. I mean, it's been 24 years since we've been together and married as well. We got married very shortly after we met. And, I say successfully married because it's like describing, I would say, a successful business. Successful means that at the point that you are, that you've been through a lot, right? But you're still in business. You're still going. You've learned a lot, and you've actually gained overall through the whole experience. So we're better where we're at than when we began. And there's so much to share, and I'm excited to share with you. These are really the things I remember at least a decade ago. My husband and I are both entrepreneurs, and well, he is primarily, and I say primarily because he was first, and that is like he's truly an entrepreneur. And I remember at that time, because I did not grow up as an entrepreneur or an entrepreneur's family, I remember wondering, gosh, is he crazy? Like, I just don't understand what's going on. And it was more than 10 years ago, because the internet was still really in its infancy. And I remember looking up, entrepreneur couple, entrepreneur husband, and wife relationship, and there just wasn't much out there. So we also have the John and Tara podcast, which gets into a lot of that in our relationship and running business and entrepreneurship. But this is this is specifically for the women out there, and not just business related, really relationship related. Because, like I said, my question was back in the day, and still sometimes I still am trying to figure out how relationships operate, right? And there's so much to learn. So again, whether you're dating in a long-term relationship or are married, and it's with the assumption that your goal is to be married, whether you're dating or still in that long-term relationship, because hence Wifey School, right? Now, a lot of this is mostly going to be about relationships. So, for example, maybe you're dating and there's just patterns that you keep picking the same guy, or they won't commit or propose. Those repeated issues, we'll be covering that. A long-term relationship, maybe you're already living in a relationship that is like a marriage. You're going to have a lot of the same questions, the same things that come up as they do in a marriage. And of course, in a marriage, maybe you're new, maybe you're still in that honeymoon phase, you're still having a lot of fun. That's wonderful. You're going to have different issues come up than someone who's in a later stage in their marriage, and they're dealing with some different issues. There's just different things that come up at different stages in life. And so that's what we'll be addressing, whether it's family issues, maybe, in your personal nuclear family that you've created, or your extended family, of course, your marriage. And most of all, it's to help you have and create that successful marriage that you dreamed of. And it really is possible. I think what is so hard and why we have such a high divorce rate is we don't have the examples anymore of how to have a good relationship. And so these are things that I've collected over the years. Fortunately, I've had great examples in my life, and also some not so great examples that I've learned from as well. And I want to share with you. And most of all, well, I think I've said that before, but most of all, we do want to be loved, right? I think that's why we all seek the significant other relationship. And so maybe that spark has gone. Maybe that love is not there, but you have not given up on your relationship, and but you just don't know what to do or where to go next. That's what this is about as well. And so, and I have to mention, by the way, my husband encouraged me to do this in the morning without makeup or anything. And I think it's to represent, and I listened. So I'm doing this right away in the morning. I haven't done anything with my hair or makeup. And I think I think he encouraged me to do it to represent really just how bare, how bare to get, how real to be, because this is life. I know we're on social media, but so many of us interact these days, but we're still living real life. And so that's something that I want to get into also, is that this is for the person that really wants that traditional relationship. By traditional, I mean where the man is leading the family and the woman is following that lead. But we still have to live in this modern day society. And how does that match? How does that work? And that's something that I've really had to work on through the years as well. Again, 20 plus years of marriage. And I grew up with traditional values in a lot of ways, but also very modern values as well. And there was a lot of times that those conflicted. And so those are some of the things that we're going to get into. Is I'm assuming you are also a person that has some of these traditional values, but it's the reality of the world. We can't all be traditional conservative wives being at home, and that might not be what we're totally aligned with. So this is really for the person who has traditional values, but realizes that they still have this real life to live in, and it's a modern day world. So, like I said, this, even though it's wifey school, is for those people who are dating in long-term relationships as well as married and any stage of marriage. There are so many similarities that you can use and tips from the dating time, your dating period, into the marriage period. And actually, I encourage people who are married and maybe have lost some of that spark, go back to reminisce at that time when you were dating and what were the things that you were doing for who is now your spouse, and how that really kept the love alive. And that's just one of the tips. That's just a very general tip on how we can use principles for dating that also apply for marriage and vice versa. So we'll be addressing that as well. So most of all, I want to have a conversation with you and what's coming up in your life. So always feel free, please do comment in the comments, of course, and let me know what's going on in your life, what's going on in your relationship. What are the questions that you have? I have lots of topics planned, but most of all, it matters what's connecting with you. And just as bare as I am today, will be my aim for each day, that we're really addressing what matters in life. And it's not just hyperbole, it's not just hype, it's real life stuff from 20 plus years of marriage and experience in life. And last but not least, also, what is Wifey Wake Up? So why am I in my robe? Why don't I have my hair done? And so forth. Again, my husband encouraged me to do this bare, like this. It's very vulnerable for me, which probably puts me in more of a real, honest state. Not that I am dishonest per se, but I think it makes it more real. But Wifey Wake Up, starting your morning with something that can really help inspire you through your day and get started right. So that's my aim. And so Wifey Wake Up every morning. I'm going to aim for 6 a.m. Central. Saturdays as well. We'll take a break on Sunday and we'll go from there. That's the plan from here on out. I have so many topics planned. I look forward to hearing from you as well. Make sure to like, subscribe, share with a friend, and I'll see you tomorrow morning, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.